Tonight, the demand for change is stretching beyond law enforcement and into the courtroom, where nationwide, black people are convicted at higher rates.
They're prosecuted more, they're arrested more, they're punished more. And very few people who look like them actually sit in judgment of them.
Brendan Woods, the chief public defender in Oakland, California, says it all begins with bias during jury selection.
I have an African-American woman in our office here who's tried cases, over 20 cases, and she can count the number of black jurors she's had on her jury on one hand.
Discrimination is illegal, but peremptory challenges allow the prosecution and defense to dismiss potential jurors without any cause. While either side has the right to object to strikes that appear racially motivated, Woods says prosecutors often defend their strikes using reasons that only appear race neutral.
I had a juror, an African-American woman, who was actually excluded because she was wearing what's called a puffy coat.
A new review of appeals involving issues with peremptory strikes finds prosecutors striking black jurors in 72% of those cases, while striking white jurors in less than 1%. Some of the reasons? Because they had dreadlocks, were slouching, wore a short skirt and blinged out sandals, visited family members who were incarcerated, or had negative experiences with law enforcement.
If you say that you can't be fair because you distrust the police, you're then going to exclude 98.9% of all black people from jury service. Black people, rightfully so, have a distrust for law enforcement.
The Association of Deputy DAs in L.A. calls the study flawed, writing in part, the cases examined constitute less than 1% of jury trials conducted in the state. To draw a conclusion that racial discrimination is pervasive stretches the definition of pervasive.
I've literally had jury trials where one of the jurors came in and had, tattoos across their forehead that said, F the police. That's not a juror that you're going to feel very comfortable is going to listen objectively to the testimony of a police officer.
UC Berkeley law professor Elizabeth Semmel, who led the study, also helped craft state legislation, opposed by many prosecutors and some judges, that would make many of the reasons used to defend jury strikes invalid.
The status quo perpetuates discrimination, and that it is past time to take a bold and decisive step toward ending it.
Growing calls to rebalance the scales of justice for all. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.